Hi everyone, my name's Michael, and today on Michael on the Mic, where I talk everything fashion to better your understanding of the industry, we're going to be talking about Virgil Abloh and his career. On November 28th, 2021, it was unfortunately announced that Virgil lost his battle with cancer that he's been dealing with privately since 2019. He was diagnosed with cardiac angiosarcoma, which is a very rare and aggressive form of heart cancer. My condolences go out to his friends and family, of course. So in today's video, I wanted to dedicate it to him and his career within the fashion industry because he was a very progressive creative and he's done a lot more than many people know. He became prominent in 2018 around when he became the artistic director of menswear at Louis Vuitton. He's also the founder of OffWhite, but I'll get into that all soon. Virgil was born in 1980 in Rockford, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, Illinois, and he wasn't very creative growing up, or should I say he didn't have many outlets to express his creativity. The only outlet that he had was that his mother was a seamstress, so she would teach him her tips and tricks of sewing and tailoring. Virgil attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 1999 and actually studied civil engineering, so like I said, nothing creative. And he was there for 4 years studying civil engineering. However, there is one fun fact that isn't true. It's not confirmed, however, it is rumored that in his last final of his last class of his senior year, that he actually skipped the final to take a meeting with Kanye West's then manager. And this is where the Kanye West-Virgil Abloh friendship boomed. However, after his undergraduate at University of Wisconsin, he still thought he was going to go into something architecture, civil engineering, so he got his master's at the Illinois Institute of Technology for architecture. He graduated in 2006, and then this is when his interest into the fashion industry really started to boom. So Virgil and Kanye West actually decided to intern in Rome for Fendi. And the funniest part about this is that they were seen by Michael Burke, who was the CEO of Louis Vuitton at the time, that they were one of the best interns they've had. So after interning for Fendi in Rome and getting a lot of praise by really big executives and designers in the industry, this is when Virgil really started to make a name for himself. And something that also helped was that Kanye West was making a name for himself in the other creative industry, the music industry. So 2009 rolls around and Virgil Abloh, Kanye West, and a couple of their friends attend Paris Fashion Week. I'll insert the picture here, but this picture was taken outside of the Comme des Garçons show at Paris Fashion Week in 2009, and some people say was like the birth of everyday street style. If this picture was taken in 2021 outside of Comme des Garçons show at Paris Fashion Week, not many people would blink an eye because style has just evolved so much. However, during 2009, this was not in style and people were so confused. There's a lot of press about this picture. People were giving them a lot of hate. There was bad PR about it. However, like we always say, bad press is still press, and it really got Kanye West specifically on the map, but also Virgil on the map. As time goes on, Virgil Abloh and Kanye West become even better friends, and Kanye West appoints Virgil Abloh as creative director of Donda. Now I know what you're thinking, not this Donda, but this Donda, which is Kanye West's creative agency. Virgil Abloh was also on the team to help Kanye West do the creative direction of his Watch the Throne album with Jay-Z, and actually Riccardo Tisci, who was the creative director of Burberry at the time, was also on board with this project as well. And after this is when Virgil Abloh's career just went exponential. Now in 2012, Virgil Abloh releases his first brand called Pyrex Vision, and the first collection looked like this. Now if this looks familiar, you're on the right track. He started this brand by buying dead stock out of Ralph Lauren, just all their flannels, and he started to paint on them. But what these designs started as is now OffWhite. So shortly after releasing Pyrex Vision, he rebranded it as OffWhite, and now OffWhite, the brand, is born. He named it OffWhite because it's the gray area between white and black. Just remember that Virgil was a very progressive person, always changing the industry that he was in and always bending the lines and not really fitting in a box. So by him naming it OffWhite, it very much fits Virgil's design style. Now, before I continue, it's important to remember that the picture in 2009 at Paris Fashion Week was really the birth of like everyday streetwear. So by him creating OffWhite, which is a very well-known luxury streetwear company, it was the perfect time. So with the success of OffWhite, everybody wanted to collab with him. What he did was he collaborated with Takashi Murakami. He released his first song. Now remember, he's not just a designer. He's really much involved in the creative industries. He opened his first store in New York City. He won the British Fashion Award for Urban Luxe Design. He collaborated with Warby Parker. He collaborated with Jimmy Choo. He collaborated with Nike. And he was also named artistic menswear designer at Louis Vuitton. Designing at Louis Vuitton was a really big moment for him and a really big goal that he accomplished because he succeeded Kim Jones, which is his mentor. Kim Jones was the menswear designer at Louis Vuitton for a long time and really rebranded Louis Vuitton, so he had really big shoes to fill when he entered Louis Vuitton. And his first show he presented in Paris in 2018, and people didn't love it. They didn't really know what he was doing. However, as Virgil became even more and more prominent in the fashion industry, with OffWhite becoming more successful and his looks at Louis Vuitton becoming even more successful, people realized what he was doing. Many luxury fashion brands like Louis Vuitton themselves are very hesitant to change, and they're very stagnant because they like what they have right now, and if they change, that may be too soon. They may lose customers, who knows? And this works, however, it won't work forever because soon the people that they're targeting and they're marketing towards will just slowly grow older and older, and they will no longer be their target consumer because they won't be here anymore. So it's important for a designer to come in and revamp and make sure that they're targeting a younger consumer. And that's exactly what Virgil did. Many of Virgil's looks you would never see somebody 50 plus wearing. However, somehow Virgil did it where you do see older people wearing Virgil's designs and younger people. He made it a very diverse consumer segment. And people give Virgil a lot of props for this because people were also very skeptical when Virgil first released his collections, but overall his career at Louis Vuitton was unforgettable. It's so sad that such a progressive creative in the fashion industry has lost their lives so early, and I really wish we could have seen what Virgil was going to do in the next 10, 20, 30 years. But that's all I have. Once again, my condolences go out to Virgil's friends and family. The fashion industry is definitely mourning at this time. I'm Michael. This is Michael on the Mic. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.